Councilman Dodson, can you hear me? Your screen
Yes.
your screen is frozen. You might want to hop out and hop back in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mayor? Yes. You have a quorum, you're live.
Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. I know you're all excited. Man, this thing's huge, Kevin. All right. Welcome to the North Peace Town Council meeting Thursday, June 4th, 2026. As we do every month, we start with the pledge. If Joy would lead us in the pledge, that would be fantastic. You're in the front row. Thank you, Joy. I found your next career. All right, item number 2 is, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written?
So moved.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much. Let's move down to minutes of past meetings. Can I get a motion to approve meetings, the minutes from the May 14, 2026 Town Council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All right, we got 3 on, we good. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Let's keep it going. Can I get a motion to approve minutes from the May 14th closed session, which you all have on your dais? And Greg, you do not, so I apologize.
It's okay. I'm good.
All right,
So moved.
Mayor,
yes.
I did send them to Greg earlier today.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry about that, my fault.
Yep. I'm good.
Hand
Thank
up.
you.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve minutes from the May 14th closed session?
So moved.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, now, fun part. Let's go have some fun. We have a photo op, so Greg, we're gonna have to, I don't know what to do with you. We'll take a picture and put it in the photo.
Like we've done that before.
Joey, come on up to the front here. Yeah, come on around. For those who don't know who this young lady is, it's Joy Hill. She's been the CEO of the CEO of Boys and Girls Club, what, 15 years now? 15 years. And, you know, the Boys and Girls Club plays a very vital role in our community. And if you don't know what that role is, go by there sometime. The kids get off the bus, the parents pick them up, they have summer camp, they have a lot of moving parts over there. And she has been the maestro for 15 years. Also, what I would like to say is during COVID, when everything got shut down, Joy didn't say, well, good, I'm going home. I'm done, I'm good. She didn't. She started a food pantry, giving out to anyone that needed food. It was absolutely amazing amount of food. And I know at one time she told me how many ton, but it's a lot. If you needed food, you did not go hungry because the Boys and Girls Club was going to be there and have your back. I've been there many times to speak to the kids for many events. It's one of those easy lifts as a mayor because you know they're making an impact. The parents appreciate you, the kids appreciate you, and it's so cool to see the little kids get older and older and older and older and just see them develop. And I think a part of their development is because of the Boys and Girls Club, because they have great leadership, because they're around other kids, so it's a safe environment. Anytime we've ever had an issue, issues happen. If you don't think issues happen, I'm not sure what to tell you, but there's issues. Whenever there's been an issue, I'll call Joy and say, we got to talk. We sit down, we talk. Joy has an issue, calls me. We always say, let's go have breakfast. And we sit down, we talk. What I loved about it was a line of communication was always active, was always there. There was never a social media post. There was never stand on the street. It was always, let's talk and figure out what we as a team, because that's how we looked at it together for 50, we're a team. She goes, Mayor, could you do this? And most of the time I said, absolutely, let me call DB. And it got done. Why? Because the Boys and Girls Club, for some kids, it's the only family they have. And that's what she built. Now, I would not like to fill her shoes, and I did meet the new CEO, and I said, we'll pray for you. Good luck. You got some big shoes to wear. To fill. So let me go ahead and read this. Town of North Beach, Maryland recognizes Joy Hill in her retirement from the Bayside Boys and Girls Club. Whereas Joy has dedicated 15 years of outstanding service as director of the Bayside Boys and Girls Club in North Beach, Maryland. And through her tenure, Joy Hill has demonstrated unwavering commitment to the youth of our community by providing leadership, mentorship, and opportunities that have positively impacted countless lives. And whereas under her leadership at the Bayside Boys and Girls Club, she expanded programs and services that promoted academic success, character development, healthy lifestyles, and leadership skills for young people. And whereas Joy Hill fostered a safe, supportive, inclusive environment where children and teens could learn, grow, thrive, and whereas her dedication, compassion, and vision have left a lasting legacy within the community and have strengthened the lives of generations of young people and families. Now, therefore be it proclaimed that the mayor and town council of the town of North Beach hereby recognizes and honor Joy Hill for her years of exemplary service and extended sincere gratitude and best wishes for a happy and fulfilling retirement. A witness whereof this proclamation is presented on the 4th of June, 2026. Thank you so much, Joy. Would you like to say a couple words? I hate to do this to you. Can I kick you back? Oh. All right. And then we're going to do a photo. I'm going to stand in front with her, and we can all come behind. That'd be great.
First of all, I want, if anybody, I got it now, so. The town of North Beach is my example. We have 6 clubs now, 2 in St. Mary's, 2 here in Calvert, and we have 2 in Charles County, ready to build another one. I use North Beach as my example when I talk to funders. We have had the most amazing partnership with the town of North Beach. Like the mayor said, normally it's a yes, but even if it's a no with explanation. He normally just says yes, whatever we can do for the kids. His staff, Mr. Bowen, his office staff, whenever I needed anything, I called and they just said, what can we do for you? There's no better partnership with any group than what I've had with the town of North Beach. And I told the new CEO that if she just remembers, it's not fundraising, it's friend raising. And this is the best town that anybody could ever be in. So thank you, North Beach, for everything you've done for us. You don't get to get rid of me, I'm still around, but I love this town, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Joy.
Let's do a photo.
think so. Be better. Sorry about that.
why I said anything.
Sorry about that. Come on in. Come on. We got it. Take a moment.
I know. Why should I try to do his job here more than I do?
Ken's coming. He's going off road. All right. Okay. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Cool. And then here, just because I like cell phones. And awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Makes it easy.
Somebody send me the picture so we can post it on.
Oh, you know we will. That's Kevin's job. He'll get them to you.
Okay, thank you.
They go into the vortex. All right, let's move right into public safety. Sergeant Norton, please.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone had
Good evening.
a chance to review the town report. So for May of 2026, the Calvert County Sheriff's Office handled 97 calls for service in the North Beach area. We had 552 self-initiated calls for service to include patrol checks, traffic stops, and follow-ups. Out of the 97 calls, some of note, we had a theft. Deputies responded to an address on Bedford Drive in San Francisco by the Bay. The report was for a stolen bicycle. It was an employee from the Welcome Center at the boardwalk. Parked his bicycle in the parking garage at the library while he was working. Went back to get his bike was gone. Deputy followed up on everything, got some video from the library, came to me. I said, yep, this is who it is. We went and found the bike. However, the victim wished no further. So the bike was returned and the case was closed out as such. Had a traffic stop on Dayton Avenue and 3rd Street. Through the course of that, a search was conducted on the vehicle and amphetamine pills were located inside that vehicle. The driver was charged with possession. As everyone knows, had a fight at the First Friday event on May 1st. Through the course of that investigation, both individuals were identified and charged accordingly. They were 2 juveniles. But that case was handled also and is awaiting everything with court. Then we had a violation of ex parte or violation of protective order. Deputy responded to St. Anthony's Church to take that report, and the suspect was identified and charged in that case as well. Any questions?
If you notice, and down in front of Mexico, we moved 2 flower pots in the red section. I've had many discussions. I'm not sure why people don't understand you can't park in red. So we're just trying to we're trying to do what we can as we can do it, because we know the season's picking up and so forth. If you could just make sure the deputies are going to continue. We also are looking at changing the signage at the EV station. It says you must be charging, but again, people are not, they're just parking there thinking they can park there. So we're going to try to fix that too, because those are the 2 biggest complaints we get. We will continue as a town to do the best we can. It's hard, there's a lot of moving parts, and because everybody wants to come here, it gets tough sometimes. But anything you see, please pass on to my staff, so we can let council know, so they're in the know what's going on, how we're doing it. But we've seen some busy days already. I'm sure, Emma over here will tell you it's picking up. So we truly appreciate the deputies coming out to the boardwalk, but if somehow during the summer season they can come when the crowds are there, that would be fantastic. Morning time's great, but that's all quiet, strollers, dogs. Yeah. So later in the day, it gets a little crazy. So we appreciate your deputies working their butts off and making sure we're protected. And that's it for me. Who else has any questions for the deputy?
Actually had an interaction on a parking complaint the other day with a young lady from Ohio. She came out to her vehicle and I said, you can't park there. She goes, I'm renting the Airbnb here. They told me to park in the yellow section. I said, okay, no.
Education,
But,
we're not
yes.
here to ticket, we're here to educate
Correct.
and get
She
people to
was,
stop.
she was very nice, but we had a laugh, and I said, well, let me explain to you how that works, because it's probably the same in Ohio. So, but she was a very nice lady, so.
Thank you. Any
But-
questions for Sergeant Norton?
I don't have any questions, but I did see some kids riding around on mini bikes today on the sidewalk, right on Chesapeake Avenue. And I've seen them a couple times, actually, and
If they're battery, they're allowed, so you gotta check.
I'm not sure if they were battery. I could hear it.
Okay.
So, anyway, just FYI.
Yeah, we had that issue last year, and what we found out was a lot of them were battery operated, and they're legal to do. So we have to look at it, that's all. We'll have to catch them and see.
Yeah, just they were going pretty fast on the sidewalk.
Yes, ma'am. I spoke with the young lady at the boardwalk yesterday who said there was I believe she said approximately 6-year-old riding one very fast by the boardwalk. And she was like, I'm not complaining, she's like, I just don't want to see him get hurt, you know, so.
Yeah,
uh,
we're running into someone.
I will relay that one as well to the deputies, but I talked to them about the one the citizen brought to my attention yesterday.
Thank you.
So,
All right,
and I'll be here till then if anybody thinks of anything. Thank you.
going into staff reports now, we'll start with the town administrator.
Good evening, Council. Linda Basalo, Town Administrator. I am going to be very brief tonight. I just wanted to let you know, we have the 15 projects that we're walking through the CIP on, and staff is making incredible progress on this, and particularly Department of Public Works and the waterfront, really doing a fantastic job for the town. On our FY26 budget, this is the last meeting we'll be talking about FY26, and I truly believe that we are going to end this year in the black with a fund balance. So kudos to staff for keeping their expenses tight. And we will start our FY28 budget process in about 4 weeks. So, yay. I just wanted to also point out that, reiterate the online constituent resources we have. Please look at the resources that are available to you. The town website is a continuing, I would say, project in progress. If there's something you don't see that you would like to see, please let us know. Our online payment system is in place for water and sewer payments, and our online cloud permitting should be in place by the end of summer. You'll also see an update on our contract list, and with that, I'm going to end my report.
Thank you so much. I do want to go back to what she said. We have 15 projects, and one thing about our projects right now, they're not, the bathrooms are cool, they're nice, you can see them, but a lot of stuff the Department of Public Works are doing is underground or things that you don't notice until something goes wrong. And we're very proud of knocking these out. I mean, 15 projects at one time is pretty massive. But they're doing it. Staff is doing it, DPW is doing it, our amazing contractors are doing it. So just be patient. If a road is closed, again, like I said last month, there are many other exits off of that road, I promise you. Make a right or a left, you're going to end up at the same spot. Just be patient, please. All right, finance.
Evening, how's everyone?
Good, good.
Good to be here. Treasurer's report for the month of May. Okay, you have your report in front of you, and the biggest items I like to point out is the variance. We had a 70% variance this month, and the increases continue, and like Linda said, we're looking at a fund balance at the end of the year that's gonna increase. So we're looking forward to it. If anyone has any questions or specific things that they need, they can reach out to me. And I'd like to thank Veronica for contributing to the report also. It's a team effort.
Thank you. And also, it's online. It's in board docs. It's out there. Please, if you have questions, look at it, email us. It'll go through our Zen desk. We track all the emails. We know what's going on, so we will respond. If for some reason you do not get a response, check your spam first, and then call us. Just call. Our number's in the book.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Marketing communication. He's in the closet. He's coming out. Every month, man, you never know.
It's a rebirth.
That's it, shit.
Hello, everybody. Kevin Schmidt, Communications Director. Nice to see you. You have my report for this month, couple highlights. Ongoing programming at the Nature Center we're really excited about. The Dragon Boat Race is June 13th. A lot of that outreach is now focused on spectators. Please come out. There's vendors, participate, root on your favorite boat. We had some reoccurring civic engagement reminders about our team's availability and live streaming to YouTube, went out via e-blast and text and social. Last week was a lot of horseshoe crab media, some earned media on Southern Maryland Chronicle. What's really cool about the tagging project that Paige and the Nature Center are doing. And we had a horseshoe crab rescue video that actually debuted at 7 o'clock. So concurrently with the meeting that you all will be able to see after this, another one of those micro documentaries that we're really proud about and showcase the community getting involved and doing what they do. So thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions.
I do the live stream for Osprey.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's got a chance to do that, look at it and so forth. But the actual camera is at the end of the pier. It's on the north side. It is absolutely cool to watch, to see. I mean, you get close up. So Kevin, I want to thank you for that. I know it's been a conversation for many, many, many years, but I'm glad you guys were able to get it done. It's just so cool to plug in and see, because ospreys are, as you know, they're our town bird, but they're a big part of our community. So thank you so much. I'm hearing great compliments about that.
Cool. It's been a nice hack to our YouTube channel. It's growing leaps and bounds. So, yeah.
Thank you. Any questions for Kevin? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I do want to take a note. I want to welcome Anthony Green in the back row. I know he's trying to hide. He's a council member at Chesapeake Beach, but more importantly, he is our lifetime MC for North Beach. Only way he can get out of being an MC is he has to move out of country, not even state, country. So Anthony and I talk on a regular basis. He is a great sounding board. We have had a lot of great conversations, and he's doing a lot of great things in Chesapeake Beach. So thank you for coming tonight. All right, planning, zoning, code enforcement.
Good evening, council. Rick Crump, Director of Planning and Zoning. You can probably tell by this report that spring and summer have hit. The number of code enforcement cases, along with the number of permits that were processed last month, doubled from the previous month. As Linda said earlier, we are very close to having the code enforcement portion of Cloud Permit ready to go. We're hoping to have that up and running within the next 3 to 4 weeks, and then permits and licensing to follow. So by the end of the summer, we think the whole thing will be up and running.
So if you don't mind, what is one thing a resident can do with this new program? Because it's been a long time coming. It's been a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of conversations. I know with staff. So what is one big highlight that you think residents are going to appreciate?
They will be able to apply for, follow, pay for their permits and licensing online.
That's huge. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Again, it's part of the infrastructure idea. It's not flashy, but it is a service. We look at it that when we are investing taxpayers' money, we want to make sure they're getting a benefit out of it, and that is something that they're going to get a benefit from, so thank you. Any questions for Rick? Anybody? Thank you.
Thanks.
Public Works, also known as DB.
Yes, thanks. It was an enjoyable week. But good evening, Mayor and Council. I appreciate all the kind words from Joy. Thank you. It was a pleasure working with you for those 15 years. And as Ms. Vassallo and the mayor said, we have several projects going on. And as you all know, if you took advantage of the beautiful weather we had lately and went out and walked, you could see some of the projects. Luckily, the boardwalk railing project, to me, that really pops. If you get on the waterfront, that's completed. But that, when you go down there, that kind of stands out, and that highlights the whole boardwalk. Man, it kind of really shows that area off. We also were lucky enough to get the flower bed project completed. We're walking out on a punch list for that contract, but we worked with the grounds maintenance contractor, got the flower beds completed in time so he could plant the flowers on a pretty normal schedule. Got that all done. They're all been planted now. So like I said, we got a punch list. We're walking through, coming up with that, and that project will be complete. Callis Park bathrooms, they're about 80% complete. We've got the drywall tile board in today, so hopefully in a week or so, we'll be able to open those up. We try to get that done. Timing with school closing, so school closes and hopefully they'll be opened up and I'm sure they'll be used the first day. I'd like to say a word, appreciate the residents' patience. We've been going around, we've been getting about 12 saddles a week, and sometimes we have patches. You know, we put the CR6 in them temporary, but the residents been pretty good about, we try to get 12 or 15 patches. We get enough to bring the paving contractor in and do them all one time, and we also like to get a week or two to let that area settle. We do compact it when we do the saddles, but rain, we hadn't had any rain, unfortunately, but rain and just normal weather will help that area compact. And then for the contractor coming in paid, we like him to have 12 or 14, because then he has almost a day's worth of work. So when he mobilizes, it makes it worth it for him to come down. We get a better price for the town. So we appreciate your patience it's a little rough there, maybe for a week or two, but we try to get them paved as quick as possible. So I think we're up to 150 some saddles now, so 10 a week doesn't sound like much, which we're rolling along pretty good, so hopefully that keeps progressing through the summer.
If anybody gets a chance, residents, council, just stop by DPW when they're there. Take a look at the old ones we're taking out. There's no, I can't wait till you get to mine one day, so I just want to feel the water pressure, because it's got to be a different water pressure on it.
Right.
So I just think, again, it's underground, you can't see it, but they will last our lifetime. So I think that's a plus. Also, the slide has been replaced at Callis
Slide's
Park.
been replaced.
Also, there are other items that we're doing at Callis Park. You'll see some changes. We're moving some tables around, some dog mitts, some trash cans, fixing the rubber matting on the one. On the little kiddie area, we have some challenges with the trees that were planted, and the roots are going into the play area. So we're looking at the best way to handle that. They are mature trees, but the rubber matting looks like the Rocky Mountains right now, and we want to make sure the kids are protected the best of our ability. When is the cleaning and power washing taking place, or did it take place?
We're creating a PO for that now,
Good.
and we just have to schedule a date. So that'll be, soon, within the next week, before, I think school's out with the.
Next Friday.
Okay, yeah, it'll be before that.
Yeah, we're gonna clean, power wash all of the equipment in Callis Park. I don't know if we've ever done it, but we're gonna put that as a regular basis now, trying to work on some of the graffiti and stuff like that. So that'll happen. Anything for DB?
We have a new security officer at Callis Park. Mr. Sala was over the other day. She got scolded and said, "Can't you read the sign, no trespassing?" So we had a sign up on the fence. It was pretty funny, and one of the kids was
By
at
a
the playground.
7-year-old. He was 7.
7, okay.
7
there you
years
go.
old. Told me
Right.
not to go in the fence.
Right.
All right, wow.
So the signs work.
We hired him.
Right,
He's hired.
right.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
one comment. Yeah, I agree. The flower boxes and all of that looks really good on the boardwalk. I was down there yesterday, and I don't know if you noticed, the flower box that's almost straight across from Django's has already been hit.
Right.
Being fixed.
It's been fixed. Okay.
Yeah, it
I
didn't
just
take-
want-
No, thank you for letting us know. And also for anybody else, if you see something, say something. That was hit like last week,
Yeah, Thursday.
and we already get lined up to get it repaired. I would love to say we can stop that, but we
I mean,
just-
how fast do you have to be going on that road to actually do something like that? I mean,
Not only hit it, looked like that one was like ran over top almost. I don't know how.
yeah, I mean, that boggles my mind. I looked at that and I was like, that's actually been moved.
It's being fixed.
Well,
So-
I think also when Ms. Fasala was down there taking her tour, she saw a car back into it not once but twice. So, not that one, but in the same area there, so I don't know what to tell you.
We
And
will
you have
continue.
cameras on cars now and everything else, so.
We will continue to fix as quick as they break or get hit or get damaged. We will never be able to stop it. We will only be able to fix it as quick as possible. We have amazing deputies, but if you notice, we have 200 some stop signs. There's only so many places they can be at one time. I would love to say them float around town, but they haven't invented that yet for these guys. But if you see something, say something. Go to the website, come to town hall, let us know. We will jump on as quick as possible. All right, any other questions for DB? All right, thank you, DB.
Yeah, thank you.
Waterfront and Parks, Miss Emma.
Hello, Emma Donaldson, Waterfront and Parks Director. Good to see you all. I don't have too much in my report this month. With that, I think it's a good thing. We'll get rolling here shortly. I think my staff is itching for some traction down there at the waterfront. We've got a little taste of it, but I let them know it's coming. So I think we're as ready as we can be right now, but obviously there's still processes that need cleaned up. You know, we're cleaning up some cosmetic things, rolling on some changes, but I mean, it's a constant ongoing project, right? So if you see something, tell me, as my staff is getting some weeks under their belt, but there's always room for improvement. So I've been meeting with them, getting their feedback, what works, what doesn't, and we'll just keep chugging along this summer. But I don't have too much to report on yet.
And board docs, it's all the reports from our staff. So if you get bored tonight, go read them. I do want to say, when resident passes, what's the schedule for, how are you handling I know you got
Yeah.
the sign out there at the church shack pointing people over.
Sure,
How's that
yeah,
looking?
residents are able to obtain passes. We are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., our window. So you can come any day of the week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and obtain a beach pass, so.
If you do not pay town taxes, you are not a resident of the town of North Beach. Just want to put it out there.
Yes.
Tongue in cheek, but, you know, a lot of people don't understand that the west side of Greenwood Avenue across from my house is North Beach. Holland Point, Rosehaven have 20714, North Beach, but they're not town proper residents. And, you know, one of the benefits of living in our town is free beach passes. Outside, there is a fee. If you want to know what it's for, go down and look at our staff. Look at the 57 flower pots. Look at the trash cans. Look at the dog bags. Look at the clean. All this stuff goes towards that. So just keep giving them out. Keep doing it for our residents and keep making sure our guests know that they're welcome.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do have season passes for those who live nearby and come often. So.
Thank you. Any questions for Emma? Nope. All right.
Thank you.
All right, let's move next into public comment. Allows residents and stakeholders to address the town council or time-related matters. Speakers must sign in before the meeting and observe the time limits of 3 minutes. Now, having said that, if you leave here or you're online or you're watching the YouTube video and you got a question, you don't have to wait until next month. Just reach out to staff. Matter of fact, I'd rather you reach out there because then we can take the time to research it and get you the proper information. At the meetings, we're going to let you speak, but then we got to take staff back to look at it to get the proper answers and get it back to you. It's not that we don't want to answer it. It's just whatever we say will be the first place it goes is social media, and we don't want to make a mistake. We want to make sure we take care of you and answer your question properly. So, Abigail.
Hello, Abigail Francisco, 4110 3rd Street. I hope everybody's well. The reason I want to say something today, I already approached to Emma. Emma and I are going to talk later. I know she's going to do a fantastic job. She's already doing. Yesterday, when I was walking at the pier, I saw some young boys. They were fishing, but they were fishing on the top of the railing, and that's very dangerous. I approached to the beach patrol. They didn't know if that's allowed or not. I went back, I read the sign. Of course, the sign not gonna say you cannot be on the railing, you know. But they had an excuse. The sign didn't say they could not be on the railing. And it was dangerous. One got hurt. My husband and I asked if they need a Band-Aid and other things. They were fine. My point was, and I approached to Emma, the beach patrol, they needed to be a little bit more, how can I say in the right English? They needed to know more the rules about the boardwalk. Also, it's still some people sometimes on the entrance of the pier fishing. Last year, I already had approached to you all that on the beginning of the pier was not a sign that say, you cannot fish there. You know, but on the end of the pier, it is the sign. But somebody comes late at night on the beach patrol is not there, they're gonna fish. If it's not a sign, then say you cannot fish. People can get hurt. And the other issues that I already approached to Linda this week, and I know she's already been taken care of. And I appreciate every time I see something for the safety of everybody, it is being taken care of. But yesterday, I was really concerned with those kids that I took pictures I already showed to Emma. And one more thing about the flower beds, I know we don't have a lot of beach patrols yet, I see residents putting the dogs on the flower beds. I wish I had my T-shirt again. I still have my beach patrol and go there and shake my fingers to them. So that's what I want to bring today. But I think this issue needed to be taken care of. I don't want to see kids. And they all didn't have a fish license. Just one had, and 4 was fishing. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you so much. Next up is Randy Hummel from the back row.
Randy Hummel, 3936 Second Street. I came tonight to address one of your discussion items tonight. That's the non-binding referendum on changing the polling location of the firehouse. One of the positives, many positives, one of the main positives we have here with having our own election judges is they know who lives in town, know what the town borders are, and know really who should be voting. An election judge appointed by the county, who could be from Solomons or Huntington or wherever, is not going to know. And we still have I'm not going to say a big number, but a number of people who don't live within the town limits of North Beach trying to vote every election. Because, as the mayor said a minute ago, they have a zip code that says 20714. And they will say, well, they live in the Rosehaven subdivision of North Beach. I'm not a big fan of non-binding referenda. I'll be honest with you. Now, if this proposed one, if it goes to into the election in November, gets a yes vote, you are likely going to have to change sections 19602, 19604, 19605. Wait, there's more. 19606, 19608, and 19610 of the charter. If you would norm with the state deadlines for filing for election, that means candidates for the town election would have to file in March or April, whenever it is, instead of the 70 days prior is now embodied in our election code. Now, charter changes can be petitioned to a binding referendum. And if this would garner a yes vote and the charter changes would go through and a petition would gather enough signatures to take to a referendum, that puts the changes off till the 2030 election, when those changes would be voted on. And if they would be approved, those changes wouldn't be implemented until 2034. So that's 8 years down the road. Obviously, I think we just need to keep it the way it is. As far as the voting goes, up to the 1986 election, non-resident property owners were allowed to vote in North Beach elections. They would come from Gaithersburg, Hyattsville, Rockville, Arnold, Upper Marlboro. There were even a couple that came over from the Eastern Shore to vote. They drove that day. They drove down here on election day after voting, I guess, where they lived, and voted in our elections. I am told I'm getting a little bit grouchier, if possible, as I get older. But I don't think that driving a mile or a half mile to vote at town hall is that much of a burden or inconvenience. And, as with many things, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should or have to. Oh, one thing I meant to mention about the voting in 1986, there were 2 voting machines, one for residents and one for non-residents, by order of a federal judge down in Virginia who wanted the votes segregated. He then later ruled that the non-resident voting was a violation, I believe, of the 14th Amendment, so non-resident property owners were no longer allowed to vote in town.
Thank you so much. And you online? And again, if you go home, you think of a question, we'd love to have it, just send it to staff, and I promise you, we will follow up. All right, let's move into ordinance resolutions. I'm going to turn this over to Mickey. Councilman Hummel, I apologize. This Councilman Hummel. I said Mickey, so I apologize.
Hi, Veronica, how are you?
I'm good.
If you want to go ahead and just run us through
Please.
the short
Thank you.
notes there.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and citizens of North Beach, North Beach, said it right, good. My name is Veronica Atkinson, and I am the Budget Capital Project Manager. I'm here this evening to request Council's adoption of the fiscal year 2027 operating and capital budget, along with the town's fee schedule. These documents reflect the council's commitment to fiscal responsibility, strategic infrastructure, investment, and transparent governance. A public hearing was held on May 14th, 2026, and the record remained open for public comment until 4:30 p.m. on May 28th. No public comments were received. Accordingly, staff respectfully recommends approval of the fiscal year 2027 operating and capital budgets, as well as the town's fee schedule. Thank you.
Thank you.
I move to adopt ordinance 26-01.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Is Councilman Dotson still on? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure. Any discussion? Right, go ahead, Mickey. Any discussion?
I'm good.
Everybody's good? All right, so we have a motion. We have a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 So moved.
Thank you very, very much.
Good job.
The one thing you. Yep. And then I move to approve resolution 26-02, resolution to establish the town of North Beach's fees.
So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn item 8 over to Ms. Linda, and then I think Councilman Dotson's going to be a part of it.
Thank you, Mayor. Last month, we had a discussion during the council public comment, and Councilman Dotson was requesting further discussion and consideration for action we had taken regarding House Bill 322 and a referendum for this November's election. We were directed to bring this back for discussion as a business item. It was out of the scope for public comment, so we have prepared this background memo, and I'm going to turn this over to Councilman Dotson.
Thank you, Linda. So I'm just going to read through a little bit here. I'll try to move this along fairly quickly here. During the 2026 Maryland General Assembly session, House Bill 322 was enacted, providing municipalities with two options for the administration of local elections. One, continue conducting mayor and council election within the municipality limits under town administration, or two, utilize the state administered election process for all elected positions at the designated polling location for North Beach. This is located at the North Beach Volunteer Fire Department in Chesapeake Beach. On January the 15th, 2026, the Mayor and Town Council voted to continue conducting town elections at the North Beach Town Hall, consistent with the town's long-standing practice. Following that action, Councilman Wilcox introduced a motion to place a non-binding referendum question on the November 2026 ballot, seeking public input regarding the preferred location for future town elections. The motion was seconded by Councilman Humble. Discussed, and by the council approved. The proposed referendum question would be for future town of North Beach and general elections, which polling location arrangements do you prefer? Please select the following options. 1, current arrangement, mayor and council election remain at the town hall, and all other elections would continue to be held at the North Beach Volunteer Fire Department in Chesapeake Beach. 2, centralized voting location, all voting for mayor, council, and all other elected officials' offices be held at the North Beach Volunteer Fire Department. Okay, discussion at the May 14, 2026 council meeting. During the council reports, I raised a concern about the placement of the non-binding advisory referendum question on the ballot. Specifically, the proposed referendum would be an advisory only and would not legally require or mandate any change to the polling location. I also expressed concern that the proposed advisory referendum may unnecessarily complicate the ballot, create unrealistic public expectations, and extend town resources on a question that neither determines policy nor legally requires council to act. I further express concern that the referendum could unintentionally mislead voters into believing they are making a final determination when they are in fact providing only non-binding advisory input. Residents could reasonably interpret the ballot question as a binding public vote and expect that the outcome would be automatically determined for future polling location. However, regardless of the referendum results, the legal authority to establish a polling location would remain solely with the mayor and council. So, I had sought the council's input on the matter, but it was advised by legal counsel that in order for the council to formally discuss and I take action on the item will be placed on the future council meeting agenda, which brings us to this moment. So, I guess I think we should withdraw this or ask Councilman Wilcox that we take this off the ballot for this fall. That's where I stand. We've already made a decision that we're going to have it here in November. So why are we confusing the issue for future elections? So that's it in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Councilman. So this is for council discussion, which we can also call a vote to, correct? So I'm going to start over here and start with Ken, Councilman Wilcox.
I ask this very simple question. What do the people of North Beach want to do? Do they want to vote here or do they want to vote over at the firehouse? Did any of us have a definitive answer of that? No. Why not ask them? What do they want to do? And you could put wording, you could put things in bold. I believe in the intelligence of our own citizens. They will, if it says, this is not binding, this is advisory, they'll understand that. Now, will some have some expectations? Of course they would have that, but it won't be done that way. Now, I understand from former Councilman Hummel that there's going to be a lot of legislation that would be behind it if it is actually something that the people want. Understood. But why not ask them? And it's not really taking much more expense. It's a box on the same ballot that we're all going to be doing anyway. It's not a separate thing. I think we should know. I think we should ask because we've been noodling in this for God knows how many years of guessing that people kind of like it or not, or they're confused and they come over here and they go over there and other things. Let's get a definitive answer for the people who are interested. Now, they may not even want to vote. They could just not fill that out at all. That's their decision. That's why I asked for it. It's for the reason, ask the people. What do the people want? And that's my reasons for it.
All right. Alan, Councilman Kramer.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly understand the concept of trying to, you know, figure out what the people of North Beach want. I mean, we hear every year there's people that don't like going between the two places because weather or, you know, some other reason. But I do, you know, like Councilman Dotson, there is some concern about, you know, kind of muddying the water, so to speak, this fall. And, you know, as far as the alternative of figuring out what the town, you know, the people of the town would want, there are other avenues of finding that, as opposed to just simply the non-binding referendum on a ballot. You know, we could, I think, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, we can put a survey out to ask the people what they want. Something that's not mixed up with what we're doing this fall. So I think there's alternatives to this that doesn't involve a non-binding referendum.
We'll just keep going down the line, and then we'll have to get a clarity on if you want to move forward or not. That's the question. Do you want to move forward with the non-binding, or do you not? Yes or no? There's no.
I think there's alternatives, and so no, I would vote not to move forward with it.
All right.
I agree. I think there's alternatives. As a voter myself, it doesn't matter, rain, sleet, snow, I'm going to go where I'm supposed to go. And it's not going to stop me. So I really don't go with the whole weather aspect of it. A real voter's going to find a way. I found a way many times. So my vote is no.
All right. Mickey.
I remember going back to when we were having this conversation and bringing up how we honestly have great voter turnout compared to a bunch of other jurisdictions that struggle. So we have people who show up. We have people who read and know what they're doing. And because I talk to some of them, it's like, yeah, I just come to yours. I don't care about the county or the state. I just make sure I come vote here. And I understand the point of it being, could be seen as confusing on, it's on there and they think it's a dead set, hey, we voted, this is what it's gonna be. And I definitely would want wording that says, no, this is advisory. And we've tried to do surveys and it's hard to get just the town residents on the survey. And doing it here at the voting is a good way to guarantee it's just town residents on that survey. Because we did that when we did like for events and stuff like that. We were trying to poll the community of North Beach and we would get people from Owings, Dunkirk, and everywhere. And then those surveys took staff time, like a bunch of staff time to tabulate, set up, manage, and all that stuff. And we've tried that many a time to do the surveys. Even when we did planning commission stuff, the surveys were off the wall from all kinds of places. And social media now has made that even worse with where thing gets pulled from and everything like that. So I share Greg's concerns on it being dicey on the ballot, but I feel like we would get a better pulse from that than a survey. Because I was thinking about that too when it came up the first time. It's like, well, could we do a survey? And I'm thinking all the other surveys we did in town and how they came back with just bogus data. Like you'd have to really weed through it to get data, and then by that point you had 25 in town and 200 outside of town. And I don't want that to happen again for something of this level. So I'm for it. I'm also, if I'm in that election, reelected, and I come back here, I will hold to my guns. It's like, look, people, we said this. This was advisory. We're trying to get your guys' thought lines because there's 1,000+ of you. We want to know where everybody stands. and stick to my guns on where I think it should be and how I think the people who elected me would want it to go. So I am keeping the non-binding referendum is where I fall.
All right, so we have a quorum. We have 4 here, we have 1 on there. I'm going to call the vote, so we can. The motion on the floor is to move forward with the non-binding referendum. Excuse me, yes, you got to make a motion. Yes.
It's my idea. I make a motion to continue with the non-binding resolution being put on the ballot of the November 2026, ballot of the 2026.
I second.
So we have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes,
excuse
Mayor.
me. Yep.
Look, don't take this the wrong way, but we were elected to make tough decisions, and we don't always have to go back to the residents to find out what they want. If that's the case, we should be going back to them on this budget. I mean, I know we had a public meeting, but I mean, I'm being, you see I'm being sarcastic or whatever, but you can't ask them about everything. And we've already taken a vote that we were going to do this fall. So why are we getting, and it just seems just a waste of time and effort. I remember when I moved here in 2005 and we found out that we had to vote, and they said, oh, you vote for the town here. And I went, okay. And I said, well, you have to go down to the firehouse for everything else. I said, okay. Then I didn't question it, didn't think 2 seconds about it. I just did it. And I think that's how most people feel about it. And there are going to be a few that just don't want to do it. They're only going to vote here in the town, and they're not going to go down there and vote for the other officials. So that's how I feel about it. I just wanted to put that out there. And can we call the question and do a roll call, please?
Absolutely. So any further questions? So I'm calling the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Nays have it, 3-2. What? Yeah, did we?
I'll ask for the nays.
Yeah.
Nay.
Yeah. So
Nay.
all against, please signify by saying nay.
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 3-2. Move forward. All right, let's keep moving. Thank you. Let's go to commission. I'm going to turn this back over to Councilman Hummel. What's that? Oh.
I just wanted to let you know that voting in North Beach has always been a historic issue. When the town was started in 1900 and replatted in 1908 and incorporated in 1910, everyone voted in Washington, D.C. at the Python. The community decided in the 40s to vote in the town of North Beach. So it's kind of tickles me tonight to hear all of this because it's kind of like parking. You know, we've never had enough parking, and voting has always been a challenge. And we have a ballot box at the museum that got shot up at the last vote for the North Beach election at the Python. And that's when they moved down to North Beach. So I just thought you might like to know that little tidbit.
All right, thank you, Greg.
All right.
All right, I'm going to turn this over to Councilman Hummel for the next item on the business items.
I had it on. All right, so I know the next one is in relation to the planning commission and tidying up our, it's zoning ordinances to allow alternates via text amendment. This circles back from when we originally did the alternates and cleaning it up so that we can actually make sure that they are legally allowed to sit in on meetings and participate in meetings. So we need to agree to have a joint public hearing with the planning commission to put a text amendment through. And I move to have the joint public hearing.
We have a motion on the floor to discuss recommendation for a text amendment to section 8-103A pertaining to the planning commission. We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second.
Second.
Now discussion, any discussion?
I just want to make something, I just want to clarify something. All we're doing is voting on having a joint public hearing. Is that all we're doing? That's it? Okay, because we won't have a text of a text, so we don't have it
Right.
on the text, because there's no text.
Clarity. We're voting on yes.
Okay.
Public hearing.
Now it makes sense.
All right, so we have a motion, we have a second, in discussion. Any further discussion?
Yes. So, can we have a little bit more about what's the issue? A little bit more about what's going on.
Go ahead.
So my understanding is that historically, there has been some difficulty on occasion getting a quorum for the body. And so the Planning Commission had made an internal decision to ask for, I lost my audience, to ask for alternates. And they set up their rules for that. However, they can't have them until you change the ordinance, because the ordinance says they don't exist. The state law allows them, but you have to implement them.
So can these alternates actually vote if they show up?
When they're sitting, they won't automatically sit. They will sit when there's a vacancy, when a quorum has not appeared.
Okay. All right, so,
Greg, so back when we approved the alternates as a council, we thought that we were good because the state law allowed it. This
Right.
cleans up our zoning ordinance to say, yes, we allow it, so it sort of just puts everything in line and then makes it all kosher. And then the planning commission will adopt their rules for when the alternate sits, when they sit, how that is picked, and when that happens, like in a meeting, like at the beginning of the meeting, when they do a roll call, they notice, okay, we have 2 people out, both alternates are here, they're gonna sit, and then putting in rules like the alternates must still attend all the planning commission meetings, that way they're up to speed on everything, so it's sort of just getting all of our ducks in a row to make it clear and legal, so there's no way to really challenge decisions made by the alternates.
yeah, I appreciate that. And maybe we probably should look too at attendance. I mean, if we had the same person or persons not attending, and I guess from my understanding, March and April, they couldn't even have a quorum. They didn't even have a quorum during those 2 months. So, yeah, maybe we should just kind of look into that too while we're at it.
Yeah. And this should also apply to the Board of Appeals as well, because we also put alternates for that. So I think the text amendment should cover both planning and zoning
Right.
and Board of Appeals,
Right, I appreciate that. Thanks, Mickey.
which are both
Yeah, because
committees that.
they got, yeah, because they've got some, not that we don't have important things to do, but they definitely have very important things to do to keep the town moving forward as far as, people trying to build a house, get things done, businesses and whatever. So we don't want to hold up that process. And I'm not sure what would have been on the agenda for those 2 months, but those things have been delayed to the month of May. So, yeah, I appreciate the moving forward on this, Mickey.
Has the Planning Commission addressed the alternates for the BZA?
They, probably not
No.
directly, it might have just been a footnote that needed to get passed along, so they know, hey, we got to roll that in the same text amendment.
So perhaps, can we get it before the Planning Commission so we can have one joint
To do both.
meeting on both issues?
I'm sorry, Alyssa, what was your question? I
Did
didn't
the
hear you.
Planning Commission, because it's an amendment to the zoning ordinance, right?
correct.
It's not in your, I don't think it's in your boards and commissions chapter.
It's not.
Right. So Planning Commission has to send you a recommendation on the amendment to the BZA.
They did.
Okay.
In February 2026, the Planning Commission sent the recommendation to the council.
Okay.
And it grabbed the Board of Appeals too?
Yeah, does that apply?
Yes,
Yeah,
it'll
okay.
apply to both of them.
Okay.
the Board of Appeals and the Planning Commission. 'Cause
They
both
addressed
have-
it?
They both had appointed alternates when we thought that we were able to.
Right, but did the planning commission specifically make a recommendation to an amendment to the BZA regulation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The memos and board docs.
That's just to the commission.
All right, so we have a motion, we had discussion, and this is to go to public hearing. Any more discussion? Don't hear any.
Call the question.
What's that?
Call the question.
All right, call the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
5-0. Thank you so much. All right, council reports. I'm going to start with Mr. Dotson, who's on TV. Mr. Dotson.
Wow. First of all, Joy, I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I wasn't aware that you were retiring. I know that's not really what you're doing. And I too want to thank you for all the great things that you've done for the boys and girls and their families in this town of ours here in North Beach. And I enjoyed the time that I got to work on the board, the Boys and Girls Club with you. I'll never forget that. And I wish you and your family and the new CEO the best moving forward. Thank you so much. And thank everyone else for coming out tonight. Continue to be safe out there, and I'll see you on the beach, on the boardwalk.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. Let's start down here with Councilman Wilcox.
Well, thank you, everybody, for coming out. The weather is here, yay. And we got Dragon Boat coming up in, 2 weeks, something like that? So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I love the boardwalk has now been wonderfully refreshed with all the flower pots and all, flower beds and all that kind of stuff. So thanks to DPW getting all that done. Just be safe out there. We've got the 4th of July coming up. And enjoy the weather while we have it. That's all.
Thank you so much. Councilman Kramer.
Yeah, I don't have a lot this evening. Just thank you for coming out, for staff, for everything you do. And yeah, looking forward to the Dragon Boat race in about a week or so. Something I've been involved with for many years, just in a different boat. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Thanks, everybody, for coming out, and stay safe.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Healy.
Thank you, Mike. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Of course, I'd like to thank the staff, and thank you for getting this glorious budget together. And Joy, you are the star of the show tonight, obviously. Congratulations on a job well done. My mother-in-law has owned a child care center forever. My mother's a teacher, my brothers are teachers, and I know how much that means to the kids, that grow up in these schools with these amazing teachers and leaders and child care developers. It really means a lot what you do. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Councilman Hummel.
Thank everybody for coming out. It's a nice day. It was a nice weekend. Hopefully we have more of those in store. We have the Dragon Boat next weekend, and then we have the first movie of the summer, Wicked for Good, on the 20th. That kicks off the summer movies. We happen to get subwoofers this year, so hopefully the sound will be a little bit better at the movies. And with that, thank you all, and see you next time.
Thank you so much for attending tonight online, YouTube videos. Just remember, we're here to support you. You have a question, concern, reach out to Town Hall directly. We have email, we have phone calls, or whatever way you want to get a hold of us, reach out to us. We can respond quicker and better by that. And if you see something, say something, let us know. It takes a village, it takes a team. We have an amazing town that a lot of people like to call home in the summertime. So we need your support. We need your help. God bless y'all. And can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adjourn. Any discussion on flavor? Please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So moved.
Aye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.